Once a while, DJ. Okay, let's get started. Hello. Hello. Hi. Greetings. Hi. Okay. Technical difficulties. They're still kind of going on, but they should be resolved soon. I don't know. Might be some time, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be constantly checking my phone so they can get fixed, or we can know when they're fixed if they get fixed. Let me go put 1 second. Hold on. Back to starting soon. We're starting soon, but not yet. But we're soon. Give me another 30 seconds. Okay, still gotta mute manual. Okay. Okay. 1 second. All right. Hello. What's up? What is up? We're going to change this layout a little bit since Puppy Cam is not in service anymore right now. It will be again someday, but not for a minute. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Let me catch up a little bit. How you guys doing? What's up, Emily? J-Dub, thank you so much for the resub, dude. 33 months. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you. How are you guys doing today? Apologies. Well, yay. Bonus stream Friday night. should be fun. 2, apologies for the false starts. We're doing a little sponsored stream with Marathon tonight. And they're doing a free weekend of Marathon right now, if you want to check it out. So as a result, there's a lot of things that are in flux. There's a lot of things coming up last minute. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed while it's happening. So we're all just doing the best we can. Hopefully things will work out. But it's all good. It's all good. The good news is the game is very fun. I did a little trial run last night just to make sure, got everything set up, and got the keybinds all figured out so you guys don't have to sit through that experience. So that's good. And okay, I think we're chilling for a minute. Okay. Do I feel bonita? Thanks. I do feel bonita. How are you guys doing? Hello, welcome. We'll just chat for a minute and then we'll jump into the game. There's a small chance that we may need to restart the stream. In order for this sponsored stream to count, there is a strong likelihood that we need to start the stream once certain things on the back end have happened. So if that is the case, we will just need to restart the stream real quick. I don't think it'll make much of a difference for Twitch side. It may make a difference for YouTube side. But, you know, we'll do what we need to do. And everything will work out. No matter what, everything will work out, I'm sure. Let me set like a timer. And hopefully, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Hello to everybody who's here. We got Emily, we got J-Dub, Darth, Squishy, Angel. Charity was here for a minute. I think she's going to work. Standard. Was meaning to maybe stream yesterday a little bit, just wasn't able to. Was meaning to stream a little bit earlier today. Just had to get a bunch of other things taken care of, both with regarding this and not regarding this. But here we are. So, updates for you guys. Yeah, OnStar is the lady that lives inside the car. That's what I was thinking as well. Updates for you guys. In case you weren't here the last stream, the puppy cam seems to have tapped out. Don't know really what happened. We had an electrical storm, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've got like one little corner that's like doing whatever it wants to. And I wish it would like chill out just a little bit. So if you see me doing this, I'm trying to get that one corner to CTFO instead of GTFO. There, that's fine. We had an electrical storm a couple weeks ago, but I think we did a stream after that where the puppy cam worked. So I'm not sure what happened after that. The electrical storm, the lightning storm, did kill one of my lamps in the house. So I'm wondering if it did something to the webcam as well, but the timelines are different. So I don't know what the dealio is. But anyways, webcam does not work. Tried fixing it, tried repairing, tried uninstalling, reinstalling, tried different computers. Is broke. We've had it like a good 8 years. So, you know, I'd say we got it. We got our money out of it. And in fact, I think we might have gotten it for free from Razer. This is the Razer Kaio. We might have gotten it for free from Razer from like TwitchCon or something like that as part of a Twitch partner gift bundle. So if that's genuinely the case, you know, shout out to Razer for the free webcam for 8 years. That was like my primary webcam for a number of years as well. It might have been even longer. That might have been 10 years we had it. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, we need to get a new one. But we'll do more stuff later. We're gonna try and focus on Marathon for today's stream since it is a sponsored stream type of thing. What's up, Cuckoo? How you doing? So hope you guys are. See this little dude that's like just like going wild. I'm like, bro. Why you gotta be like that? Like, just chill, dog. Just chill. All right. So Marathon has been talked about quite a bit amongst the gaming community. This is a game made by Bungie. I'm gonna go ahead and flip us over to here. I think we need to make like a new webcam spot as well. Yo, Adrian, what up, dude? Thank you so much for the resub. Much appreciated. What up, dude? Thank you for the resub. How many? 72 months? Golly. Thank you, dude. What's up? Welcome. Welcome. And then J-Dub. What was J-Dub's total? 65. Thank you both very much for the support. Let me create a better webcam. So I think we could be on the left, we could be on the right. Maybe we put ourselves on the right, mid. I think it's left mid or right mid. So like, can you see my mouse on the screen? So I think we'll go over here or we'll go over here. I think the corners are kind of occupado. So maybe we'll go over here. Let's try on the right side because it looks like we got some menu screen on the left. And no matter where we go, we're going to be in the way of something though, aren't we? So all right, let me set this up since if you're new, or not new, if you haven't been here in a minute, we rebuilt our computer stuff from scratch, more or less. Where did this go? Where did you just go? Oh, you're at the top. Okay. So we're having to rebuild everything from scratch. We rebuilt the PCs from scratch. We're rebuilding everything else from scratch. It's both good and bad. We're gonna group this. We're gonna say, I'll call it mid-right. And we're gonna put it over on the other side. One second, transform, horizontal flip, boom, check it out. Now we're gonna move it over. You get to see it all happening live right now. And we're gonna crop this just a smidge more. How do we feel about that? Seems fun. Seems fine? Seems fun. Could probably come in on the right, or the left rather. Gucci? Gucci Tooch? It's fine. Leave it as is. We'll go with that for now. Cool, great. What else to tell you guys? I'm moving next month, a couple weeks. Don't know exactly which date yet, but I'll let you know as we get closer so you can just know that there'll probably be a break in our regular streams for a week, maybe the week leading up, definitely the week after, can tell you that much. Maybe 2 weeks after. But I'm also going to try and maybe like get a bunch of videos recorded. There's Steam Next Fest happening right now and a bunch of demos out there, including I think like Marathon kind of ties in with this free demo Steam Next Fest type of thing. So I'm going to try and record a bunch of like just short little demo game videos, and then we'll be posting those throughout. I thought it was like a really good opportunity to just record little short videos, 1 to 2 hours, not 10 to 40 hours. So that seems doable. And then we could just upload a couple per week for a couple weeks, and you will be satiated. Maybe, possibly, maybe not. Maybe your hunger runs deep than that. Maybe you will never have your hunger and or thirst satisfied, satiated, sated. And if that's the case, then I'm happy to have you around. Long distance, but I'm happy to have you around. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to jump into some Marathon here. Who am I? What do I do here? My name is TJ. Let me explain this to Blobwolf, who has like a 100 billion stream, not marathon, streak in the channel. So my name's TJ. I've done a variety of content since 2009 on YouTube, Twitch since 2012, Twitch partner since 2018. We do gaming. We do variety gaming. Used to be very much into Destiny, one of Bungie's other games, and we enjoy what Bungie creates. They cook up some good stuff, some very good stuff. We generally do variety gaming these days, and story, mystery, spooky, emotions, adventure, action, all those things. Cool. So let's get into it. Also, Emily, so great to have you here. How are you? All right. So I set up the marathon stuff yesterday. Last night, really, I was up really late, just making sure everything worked proper for today. And I'm glad I guess I'm glad I did, because things have been not smooth today. So I'm glad I put in the previous work before as well to make sure that things were smoother than possible. The game is great. I have not had any issues with the game. I just want to clarify the technical difficulties have been like background setting up stuff. The game has been great. My tech computers have been able to run it just fine, just great. It's technically an extraction shooter, which means there's like a little bit of PvP and there's a little bit of PvE, and like you can kind of find your way between those two things. I so far really enjoyed it. It's definitely challenging. I've only did like I did a couple. I actually spent a lot of time playing it in the alpha just about a year ago, and I enjoyed that. My favorite aspect of the game is actually these factions right here, which is basically like, it's a first-person shooter game on more or less like an alien planet that humans sent a ship to, a colony ship to, like 100 years ago. And when the ship arrived, shortly after, all communications went dark. And so it was like this, like, what happened? It's this big mystery, like, what happened? And now we are playing a type of job known as a runner. And we go to that abandoned planet and we get supplies and stuff off of it, and we bring it back and we give it to, or we run missions for these companies, these factions. So there's the different names: Cyber Acme, New Caloric, Traxxas, Mida, Arachne, and Sekiguchi. So right now I can only establish a link with one of them. As you level up, you get access to the other factions. And actually, this was like, for me personally, this was one of the most interesting aspects of the game. The part that like kept me wanting to come back and play more and keep like doing runs is actually this. The PvP stuff, I'm not like a huge PvP gamer. The PvE stuff is fun. I'm interested to learn more about that, especially during this free weekend. But for me, like leveling up and getting stronger, as you gain reputation and level up these factions, you get stronger. You get like faster running speed, you get better shields, you get access to better equipment, etc. Like these factions make you stronger. And for me, the feeling of like getting stronger, getting more powerful, leveling up, that's what keeps me coming back for more. That's the hook for me in games in general. So let's go ahead and establish our link with Cyber Acme. This is the aesthetic of Marathon. Futuristic, a little bit anarcho-punk. Or nothing runs at all.
Welcome home, runner.
So this is Oni, which is like an AI.
I'm Oni, your onboard navigational intelligence. Your consciousness and my neural programming are inexorably interlinked. Think of me as a friend. One you don't yet remember.
That's kind of creepy. Oh, no, I'm your friend. You don't remember me, but I'm your friend. Don't worry. Don't worry, we go way back. This feels like a Memento.
You may still be experiencing some memory degradation from the damage to your perception matrix. But worry not. Cyber Acme is here for you. I'm here for you. Per our arrangement, you've come to Tau Ceti to scavenge the ruins of a long-lost human colony. Now that we've successfully calibrated you to new Cascadia systems, our next step is connecting with factions who will pay for your services.
Per our arrangement. That's a little bit ominous. Per our arrangement. Pray I do not alter the deal further. So we're scavenging. We're a runner, but that basically means like scavenger. We are a scavenger. We're going to scavenge the ruins of the long-lost human colony. Now that we've successfully calibrated, which is to do the intro mission, to new Cascadia's systems, our next step is connecting with factions. We're going to pay us for services.
The Unified Earth Space Council is equipped with advanced, faster-than-light communications technology.
UESC, United Earth Space Council. They're actually the enemy. They're going to be the AI, the PvE, the robots on the planet, and maybe there's another type of enemy that we don't know about yet. A lot of this game is shrouded in mystery, much like a lot of Bungie Destiny 2 project stuff. It's shrouded in mystery to try to like pull you in and like get you to explore and find out what's going on, what happened. So I have a very light theory in the back of my head that like there's probably an alien, not faction, an alien race or something like that as well. And maybe that's already been confirmed. I don't know. I've been purposely avoiding spoilers in the game for me. But the UESC is at least one group of enemies. Now they are robots, but they're like the ones who are in charge of that planet. They're in charge of the operations there. They're the colony ships, I don't know, stuff. It's like a hybrid of like a very militarized version of NASA, if you will. Unified Earth Space Council. So every time they see us, they attack us on sight. It's on sight. So that's who they are. They're equipped with faster than light communications technology.
Commandeer it, and I should be able to reverse engineer direct contact with faction representatives back home on Earth and Mars.
All right, so we're gonna go steal it. Welcome to Tau Ceti. This is a mission for us. Contracts. Complete contracts to earn rewards and faction rep. You must activate a contract to earn progress. Activate the priority contract. Activate the contract. How do I activate it? This right here. So here's the actual contract. It's called Welcome to Tau Ceti. Tau Ceti, I believe, is the name of the planet. And we are going to jump in there again. We're going to go down. So there's different like maps on the planet. The first one is called Perimeter. I think the second one is called Dire Marsh. Welcome to Tau Ceti. This is Oni, your mandatory support AI. Faster than light communications are essential to your work with Cyber Acme. Faster than light communications capabilities can be acquired from the radio towers set up across the perimeter. If you complete this bounty, if you complete this contract, you'll get the V75 Scar, which is an assault rifle. So there's different types of ammo. This is a volt actuated assault rifle. So this right here is actually your volt ammo. It's volt battery. Generally, sprinting slowly regenerates ammo charge. Okay, I need to keep that in mind as well. Let me jot that down on my marathon notes over here. So with volt weapons, if you reload before the clip is completely empty, you lose that remaining bit. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's a different one, but there's definitely a type of ammo where if you reload prior to it being an empty clip, you'll lose whatever was in the remaining clip, which is not good for me because I always reload. Like, just every time I breathe, I reload. I'm always pressing the reload button. Tau City's a star. Okay, cool. Maybe it's a system. Star system, word. Okay, so it's just one type of ammo. There's other types of ammo that don't do that. It's just this particular one. I think it's because on average, Volt weapons are going to be like a little bit better than your average weapon at the same like rarity level and all that stuff. So it's like a little bit of like a higher, not risk, but a higher complexity, higher reward. So if you're not like, what is it? Trigger, finger, training, if you're not well trained on your reload trigger button, reload finger, then you're going to be, you know, potentially at a loss. But I think there's like 3 types of ammo, if I recall correctly right now. Or maybe there was in the alpha. Maybe there's more types now. But there's like normal bullets, heavy bullets, and Volt bullets, I believe. Volt battery bullets, ammo, whatever you want to call it. Compact batteries used to power a variety of Volt weapon types. Now, sprinting slowly regenerates ammo charge. So I need to double check on that. And that could be a way to balance it. If you reload, you'll lose some ammo, but you can regain ammo if you are sprinting. That might be an interesting trade-off if that is the case. Sprinting rebuild charge. Does this mean ammo? Also, is this the type of ammo that you lose if you reload a non-empty clip? Pat's gonna be playing Marathon? Nice. Be mean to him. Oh wow, okay. That's y'all's dynamic, huh? Okay, got it. Noted. I'm probably just gonna play solo tonight for a little bit. I'm also still trying to figure out what's going on in the back end with all this stuff. So I would probably be an unreliable companion for now, but maybe later on in the weekend. Also, I just want to get my feet wet as well. Petition to rename Oni to Angel Hair because her hair reminds you of spaghetti. What's up, Fangle? Hello. Did I change something with mic noise cancellation? We're hearing a lot of breath noise. I did change some stuff. Maybe I've got it too close. Well, I didn't change anything between last stream and this stream. So if it's different that way, that recent, I haven't changed anything. Maybe I just had it too close. Thanks for letting me know. Go back to reading more about this. Sustained fire overheats the weapon, lowering its rate of fire. On the assault rifle, so you need to do like a burst fire, maybe? The V79, V97, 75, V75 Scar overheats if from sustained fire, which reduces firing rates. What else we got here? Protector V1 shield slot. So I think this is talking about like the shield. So you have like different, you have a health bar and then you have shield slots. I think you start at like 1 or 2. So this would give you another third one, a shield recharge. So basically just more damage you can take before it starts affecting your health, basically. And different types of damage will affect your different shield versus health. So bullets and whatever, that'll affect your shield, of course, but if you're poisoned, which there are poisonous PvE kind of stuff, that is that'll actually affect your health directly. So just, I love the like complexity of that kind of stuff. Restores health, restores shield, very nice. Defeat UESC elite frames. Looks like this is a different, okay, so this is also another contract right here. Defeat UESC elite frames. These can be outfitted for different engagement styles, including assault, ghost, grenadiers, and scouts. There have to be elites though, specifically. Not your common riffraff, but the elites. A And then this will also give you Cyber Acme reputation. From the following sources. That's just ways to level up Cyber Acme. Cool. And you can re-roll it, actually. I wonder how many re-rolls are like... Is that 10 that it costs you to re-roll? Cool. All right, so we're definitely going to activate the priority contract. This one is marked as priority. Activated. Hover over contract objectives, either here or during a run for more detailed information. Helping runners in your crew complete their contracts earns you additional progress. So that's like shared. If someone in your group, in your crew, completes a contract, you will get a little bit of XP as well. So that's nice. That's nice. Hover over an objective. This guy? Objective intel. Got it. So hovering over, I found that in the game, in general, like hovering over stuff, it gives you, there's a lot of not hidden menu stuff, but like little hover windows, tooltips, we can call them. There's a lot of tooltips kind of not hidden, but like just around throughout the stuff. Defeat USC in perimeter, which is going to be the like starter area. So that sounds good. I've heard that the PvE bots are pretty tough. And then we're also going to need to scan faster than light array in any UESC radio tower in perimeter. Cool. Sounds good. Ah, I see. Here's the objectives. Cool. And it is active already. Excellent. Details button provides detailed information about this screen. Click the details button. This button? Details. Look at that. Contracts. Factions hire runners for mercenary work on Tau Ceti 4. This work is organized into contracts. One contract of each type is available at a given time. Priority contracts. So there's two types of priority. There's standard contracts are a one-time mission essential to the faction's interest and vital to helping uncover what happened on Tau Ceti 4. These contracts offer specialized rewards. Standard contracts are simple, repeatable tasks for the faction. These contracts offer basic faction rewards. Standard contracts can be re-rolled, but you have a limited number of re-rolls. Re-rolls do refresh after a period of time, though. Week, 2 weeks, month, season? Don't know. As you rank up with a faction, you gain access to contracts that offer increased or higher quality rewards. As you rank up with a faction, you gain access to contracts that offer increased or high quality rewards. I like it. Crew shared rewards. If somebody else in your group completes an objective, you gain a little bit of XP. Nice. Cool. Oh. So we need to keep this one active. Just clicking on this, I need to dismiss this. All right. Cool. I did want to show you this mailbox stuff. They got stuff that I thought you guys might be interested in. Welcome to the Marathon Server Slam, which is going to be the free weekend that we got going on right now. It's free until Sunday night, Monday morning, something like that. Depending on where you live, of course. But if you're in the US, it's basically Sunday night, Monday morning that'll wrap up till March 2nd, 10 a.m. Pacific time, which I think again is the Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. There's a tutorial, onboarding experience. You've got a perimeter and dire marsh. Perimeter is going to be a little bit easier. Dire marsh is going to be a little bit harder. It's going to have more people, more players in there. Perimeter is going to be a little more scarce. So you can get your feet better in perimeter. And then after launch, they're going to have two other maps. Sometimes it refreshes this. I'm not sure why. And then there's a ranked mode, which I don't really know what that... I assume like higher stakes, better rewards, stuff like that. Factions. Cyber Acme, you can rank up to level 10. Traxxas and New Caloric, you can only do rank 1 contracts. Arachne and Maida, you can do liaison and standard contracts. And then Sekiguchi will unlock after launch, which is in about roughly a week. Proximity chat. So if you're a fan of like Arc Raiders proximity chat, they are going to have that in this game. That's kind of a newer development that they added that in. There's a specific button that you can press to broadcast in prox chat. So it starts out as default on Y or on the left on the D-pad. I've changed it, I think, to like B or T or something like that for me to make it easier. You can do solo queue. You can go in with friends on this or teammates. They can also do fill. There's lore, which of course, as you know, procs my interest. And there's 5 different runner shells. I really don't know too much about them, so I definitely want to learn about them. Destroyer, Vandal, Assassin, Recon, and Triage. And then Thief will be available after launch. I think I want to say that I played Assassin in the alpha. I hear good things about Triage right now. And then Rook. So this is a brand new thing. Why for proximity? I like the lore. I do like the lore. Did you know that? Funny thing about me. So Rook is a way, it's a thing you can play that allows you to like join runs in progress. So you're not starting at the beginning. There's people already out there geared up. It's a way that you can do like a no cost, free cost run to get gear or supplies or whatever. One of the things about extraction shooters is you are playing against other players in a sense, because there are other potentially, it's a PvP area. You can get killed. You can kill other people, but there's PvE reasons that you're going in. You're going in to get supplies. You're going in to complete objectives, to do missions. I guess you don't have to, but that's how I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to be playing with primarily a PvE type of thing. Let me take a look at this. Still waiting on stuff. So you can do, you can do a run that's already in progress. You join a game that's basically already in progress. You can only join solo, and it's going to give you a pre-equipped, pre-decided loadout. You can't bring in what you want to. You only get this basic loadout. Any previously equipped gear will automatically move to your vault. Factions do not sponsor prototype shells, which I think is the Rook shell. Because of this, you'll be unable to complete their contracts. So you can't do any contracts when you do this run, but you'll still benefit from the upgrades that you have unlocked from the factions. So you can't make progress, but you will have everything that you've already unlocked. Running faster, more shields, etc. More health. But you can't bring in gear that you want to. So it's like it's a little bit, pros and cons. There's no cost to do this type of run. Using the shell has no cost. Leverage this opportunity to scavenge for additional gear. So let's say maybe you maybe you don't have much gear in your vaults, or maybe you want to do a challenge run and you want to just see like how far you can get with nothing, starting fresh. And there's I think it's interesting. I think it's a unique, interesting version of a game run. So that's the Rook run, the Rook mode, the Rook shell. Yeah, it's a unique scavenger shell. So there's 5 runner shells, and you'll have abilities on here, but I don't know if Rook has abilities or not. So in most shells, you're going to have 3 abilities. One is your ultimate ability, basically. It's the longest cooldown. It's like a couple minutes for a cooldown. One is a tactical ability, and then one is, what is the other name for it? A trait ability. So a trait ability, a tactical ability, and a prime ability. That's your super, your ultimate. So it looks like Rook, I don't know if Rook has that stuff or not, if it has ability. We'll find out. Customization, you can see, view and equip cosmetic items that you've unlocked, such as weapon styles, charms. There's like little weapon charms. Stickers, runner shell styles. So for the fashionistas out there, that would be for you. The Codex is probably what I'm interested in. The Codex is a database that houses your achievements. It's going to have audio logs, lore, data entries, lore, and other narrative bits you uncover on your runs. Progress through challenges to unlock unique cosmetics and rewards. So that's where that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the factions and leveling up the factions for like upgrades. Bless you. And Codex. So that's like the basic general gist of the Server Slam and Marathon in general. If you guys want to play this weekend, you can unlock rewards for the actual launch. And I may end up having some game codes to give away when the game launches. We'll see. So for the launch, you'll be able to earn some future rewards if you play during this free weekend. But does it have lore? I really wish we had the puppy cam because Lucy is just tearing away at stuff right now. I really wish you guys could see this. Okay. If you complete the first mission, which I don't know if that's going to be the intro mission or a real run, you'll unlock a standard arrival cache. Implants. What are implants? Actually, I don't know if I don't know specifically what an implant's going to be, but you're going to have, so this is the category. Category of implants includes 2 standard, I think implants are going to be like chips or upgrades. You have 2 random rolls of heads, legs, and torsos. For the runner cores, which I think are going to be upgrades as well, you'll have 4 random rolls. Weapon mods, these are boosts for weapons like increased ammo or faster firing rate or reduced recoil, stuff like that. Faster reload. You'll get 4 random weapon mods and then 6 random weapon chip mods. And then 2 specific weapons, Overrun and Hardline. Don't know what those are quite yet. If you reach runner level 10, you get some more stuff. If you reach runner level 30, you'll get the deluxe arrival cache. I don't even think I'm going to be able to reach 30 this weekend. Yesterday was the first day, so I'm already like 1 day behind. Today is the second day. We got 2 more days. We'll see. I probably will reach level 10. That'll be my goal. I don't know if I'll be able to do level 30. We'll see. And then if you want to, I think there's drops happening for Marathon this weekend. So if you're watching my stream right now on Twitch, you might get some stuff. Twitch drops during the Server Slam. Can someone tell me what the drops are? Because I'll need to like just have someone else stream going on in my window, my background, so I can earn drops as well. Bungie quite literally invented proximity chat. Where in Halo 2 did they have proximity chat? I actually didn't know it was from Halo 2. Tell me more on the history. Tell me more. Tell me the lore on proximity chat. So that's anyways, that's your little mailbox. I think that's kind of cool. Cool, that's your mailbox. We got some friends. We got Adrian online right now. Brutus. I don't know if I know who Brutus is. Nabbers, one of our friends through Water and Baggy and all those homies. Crispy and Crit. Also potentially been playing recently. Cool. Anything else down here? We can invite people in. Not gonna worry about that. Up here we've got our season level. Current level is 1. We've already made it 25% to the next level. You get that by just completing the intro mission. Silk. So silk is one type of currency. I forget how you get silk. And then these are credits. So credits you can find like while you're out in the world. When you want to buy gear to go into a mission, to do a run, you spend your credits. So there's a maximum number of credits. You got 30,000. I earned 1,700 credits just scavenging on the intro mission. The value of my current loadout, which is stuff I just got in the intro mission, is already 1,700 as well. And the stuff I have in the vaults already. The value of stuff in the vault, stuff that I scavenged in my intro mission, is roughly 1,000. Cool. These are your 6 different factions up here. Faction upgrades, nice. All right, so this is what's up right here. Faction upgrades. In the upgrades interface, you can unlock different improvements to enhance your preferred playstyle. Each faction has its own unique series of upgrades to explore and unlock. Yeah, this gets my like brain like flowing. And each faction does different stuff, which is kind of cool. We won't go through all of it right now, but just know there's like each faction has different types of upgrades. So if you're more into damage, if you're more into survival, if you're more into speed, if you're more into whatever, and they also like unlock future stuff, different upgrades as well. So we can purchase credits. Okay, so you can actually use credits to purchase upgrades as well. So that's something I've noticed. Loot speed. Okay, when you loot a box, you find a box randomly in a building. It takes you, each item slowly appears. It's about 1 second to reveal each item. So that means while you're in menus looting, it takes longer and you might get ganked by somebody who was watching you from afar or just happens upon you. So for survivability, you might want to increase your loot speed so that you don't have to spend as much time in menus all the time. So that's interesting. You can actually increase that. So that's a purposeful thing. You can increase your fall damage resistance. You can do a bunch of other stuff. There's going to be, they unlock the ability to like purchase really good weapons later on, just directly from the store. And you get other stuff too. So there's a lot potentially to unlock in these factions. And that to me makes me excited. And there's like 6 different factions. We won't go through all of it right now. But maybe I make a YouTube video. I don't know. My gears are working right now, dudes. Okay. Upgrades. Contracts agent. Got it. So we can go ahead and buy an upgrade. Might as well. This one, if we bought this one, this is Firm Stance. Fall resistance reduces the amount of damage you take. So it's fall damage. Okay. I think I'm going to buy this one. This one seems pretty smart. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should spend my money on buying gear. But looks like they're trying to tell me to buy this. I think just in case we need it for buying gear, I'm going to hold off. Cool. Great. So that's those guys. We're going to go back to the main menu. Upgrades available. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, actually, hold on. Loadout. Select a shell and prepare your loadout for a run. I'll need that for the ledges. Facts. Shell select. Select the cybernetic shell that fits your playstyle. Okay, I know you guys can't see some of the stuff over here on the right side. So I'll read out. I'll try and keep in mind that you can't see the right. So I'll read out stuff too. Select a cybernetic shell that fits your playstyle. Open shell select. Shell select up here. All right, so this is our shell. I'm going to come back to it in just a second. Heat capacity increases the number of movement actions you can perform before overheating. It really I didn't think that basically you have stamina. What this is basically is stamina. It seems like the stamina is fine to me right now. The more you run, the louder you are. The more you do fast actions, the louder you are. So to me, it's not that difficult to conserve stamina. But I guess if you're like in the heat of battle with another team, then maybe you'd want to have a higher heat capacity. And actually, this current one that I'm wearing, the destroyer shell, actually reduces your heat capacity a little bit. He's a little bit like tanky. From what I understand, he's a bit tanky. Agility, so I just said tanky, and here he is with higher agility. Increases your movement speed and jump height. Loot speed is a little bit faster. We've got a melee damage, knife attacks. There's a quick attack and a knife attack. You can equip a knife. I think knife makes you run faster. Pretty sure. Double check that later. Prime recovery. What if it makes you what if it actually reduces your heat generation if your knife is out? Prime recovery. This is the cooldown of your ultimate ability, your prime ability. Tactical recovery. This is your tactical and trait abilities cooldown. Self-repair speed. So when you need to heal up your health or shields, how fast that goes. Finisher siphon. Increases the amount your shields recharge when you perform a finisher on a downed player. Interesting. So you're going to get a shield recharge if you perform a finisher. I didn't know that. Performing a finisher on downed player recharges shield. This is why I read things, so I can learn things. I don't even know if there's... I don't even know what my button is to do a finisher. To perform a finisher. Revive speed increases how quickly you can self-revive or revive downed crew members. Hardware reduces the duration of status effects that debilitate, such as immobilize. Assume that's like a freeze? Nope. Immobilize is something else. Immobilize, overheat, which is... That's just running, right? Before overheating. I wonder if that's the same overheat or is that a different overheat? Because I know there is burning. Mobilize, overheat, toxin, poison, and frost. Firewall reduces the duration of status effects. Reduces the duration of status effects that degrade your runner's electronic systems. EMP and hack. Fall resistance and ping duration increases how long your pings persist on hostile targets. That to me would be pretty valuable. Cool. And then here is basically the items that I've got. It's kind of behind me a little bit. But this is what I've got in my current backpack. You can kind of see the word backpack right there. And then you can expand your backpack. You can find backpack expansions while you're doing a run. You can get it through upgrades, through factions, etc. So you can get additional backpack slots, both in the game, in a run, and outside of a run. All right, open shell select. Here we go. So we were in the loadout menu there. This is our shell select. Okay. It's like stamina, except you start taking damage when it runs out for the overheat. Is that, do you start taking damage? Let's double check on that. Let's find that out. Let's test it out. Write it down on my test out. Test overheat. If you run out of stamina, do you take damage? Let's find out. And is burning overheat the same as stamina overheat? Find out both of those things. All right. All right. So this is the destroyer, combat specialist, offense and defense. Yo, what's up, Wishbone? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. So we got. All right, before we jump into this, let me just do a quick check on the things that I'm trying to make sure. About stuff. Give me 1 second. Apologies for the interruption. Give me 2 minutes. We'll jump into this. Don't know what run I'm gonna play yet. That's what I'm gonna learn about that stuff right now. I need to message some folks about trying to get stuff. So going, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. All right. Seems like it might. It's fine. Stuff still isn't fixed, resolved, but so we'll just revisit again in like an hour or so. Okay, runner shells. So this is Destroyer. He has a personal defense barricade, so he's got a little shield that he can pop up. Increased movement abilities. So his prime ability is a shoulder-mounted missile pods. I used this in the intro mission, the tutorial, but it didn't seem to really make sense to me. So maybe I was just using it wrong. Dealing sustained damage to targets launches homing missiles, immobilizing and dealing damage upon impact. Okay, so maybe that was the thing that I was missing. I wasn't like dealing sustained damage. It's got a little shield. He's got a thruster, activate while airborne to fire boosters that thrust you in the direction that you are moving. Okay, so he's got like a little dash. What it felt like to me is like the dash that you have in like Deadlock. It's basically like it's like a dash. It can go up or it can go like forward. You can do like a double jump. You can do a forward dash. So you've got like different stuff like that. Double press sprint to move faster at the cost of generating additional heat. Okay, I should jot this stuff down as well. We take notes around here. What do we want to call these? Runner shells? Okay. Destroyer. Basically, I'm going to do it in the opposite direction. I'm going to say trait. And reminder, what are the buttons for trait? Trait is mouse forward. Okay, got it. Trait equals like the forward instead of the back buttons, the forward. Or say forward. Tactical prime. I think tactical is another mouse button. Yes. Okay. All right. So his trait is thruster dash / double jump. Tactical equals shield. He's also got, you can do a double dash, double press sprint to move faster. Okay, interesting. Double sprint. And then prime equals missile barrage. Sustained fire. Sustained damage to targets, launches homing missiles, which will immobilize and deal damage on impact. Cool. Does the shield do anything special? Energy barricade that blocks incoming damage, draining tactical ability energy over time. Taking damage drains additional energy. Okay, cool. Shane. Shield drains tactical energy. Taking damage also drains. Got it. And then we got the double sprint, and then we got a thruster, which can be cool. Cool. Shell abilities, prime ability, tactical ability, and 2 traits. Got 2 traits, actually. That's cool. Hover over the prime ability for a detailed explanation. Excellent. Loadout. Navigate to the loadout interface. We'll go there in just a second.
Fear is a false god.
Any fight's a good fight.
So this is like
Let's go.
back when they were wanting to be a little bit more like of a hero shooter type of thing. I don't know if it was they were wanting to. It was the community was like interpreting it as like a hero shooter. So it's not quite a hero shooter, but it is like there's a loadout. So it is a loadout based extraction shooter. Take that as you want, but there are some like voice lines, there are some personality aspects. So this is Vandal. Vandal, trait 1, microjets, activate while airborne to perform another jump at the cost of generating additional heat. So she has a double jump as well. Power slide, grants a supercharged slide. What is her supercharged slide? What does that mean? Is that really long? Trait equals double jump. Power slide. Supercharged slide that generates additional heat. Tactical is a disrupt cannon. Transform your arm into a cannon and fire a high-powered energy projectile. Do you become Mega Man? Transform your arm into a cannon and fire a high-powered energy projectile that deals damage and pushes targets away. Sounds like you become Mega Man. If you hold it, you overcharge the arm, greatly increasing the size and damage of the blade. I mean, it's Mega Man, is it not? Vandal has got tactical equals Mega Man arm. And charge by holding as well. That sounds pretty fun. I don't know if I'd use that, you know. Seems I think I'm gonna, again, like I used to be mainly a void hunter main in Destiny. I'm like I'm from the shadows type of guy. I'm not like a direct combat. I'm a strategize, set my teammates up for success, support from the shadows, get in the revives. I'm not necessarily a sniper, but that's I like to use, I don't know. So that's my historical play style. And I guess, you know, in like MOBAs and whatnot, I'm like putting up walls, using crowd control, that type of stuff. So we'll see if we can find something that fits these play styles. And then her ultimate, her prime ability is Amplify. Overcharge your movement systems, reducing heat generated from your movement abilities while increasing your movement speed and weapon dexterity. So you just become Sonic. She's Mega Man and Sonic at the same time. Prime equals, I wonder how long it lasts for. Supporting your teammates from the shadows might not be as effective when you're playing solo. True. Therefore, I just stay in the shadows if I'm solo. But you make a great point. How support teammates if no teammates? Overcharge your movement system so you just become fast. Become speed. And take reduced heat, not take reduced, generate reduced, how do I want to say this? Become speed, heat reduction, heat, how do I want to write this? Lower heat generated and weapon dexterity. That's like swapping your weapon. Okay, so that's Vandal. This one is Recon. Okay, Vandal. I'm just reading the little like pop up there on the left side. Combat Anarchist, enhanced movement. Enhanced movement plus laser arm. Oh, it could be the Samus arm too. Here I am giving the credit to Mega Man, but it's also Samus has that too. Amplified movement abilities help cover ground. She's got movement. Yeah, she's got double jump plus speed. And Samus / Mega Man arm. Incredible speeds, changing an encounter in their flavor. Microjets allow a secondary jump to reach higher ground, and a built-in disrupt cannon provides instant offense or defense when it is charged and ready to fire. Got it. Going back one more time. Pushes targets away too. That's a good thing to know. I guess it depends, like, is it a flowing ball or is it like just close up? It just emanates from you. Is it a ball, missile, laser, or is it just a blast from your arm? So we should test that out. Okay, cool. Going back to recon. All right, Recon's little blurb here says, Intel Specialist and Threat Detection. Would you believe that the Recon shell uses reconnaissance? Recons use Intel as a weapon, and everything about Recon shells is geared towards identifying threats, providing insight into enemy locations and movements. Mark hostiles. Mark enemies, track, deploy, tracker, drone. To engage threats in unexpected ways. That's cool. So there's little like crafts that you can pilot, you can navigate, which seems pretty fun. Speed go up, heat go not as much up. Perfection. Put it on my tombstone. Recon has interrogation when pinged by a hostile runner, not necessarily UASC, not necessarily PvE. Just runner, PvP, you automatically receive a warning on your shell's HUD. So you know when you've been seen by them. So if an enemy just pings you, as in like use the ping thing, not like pings you with a bullet. If they just mark you, you will know that. So you will know when someone's watching you. Performing a finisher on a runner pings their crew. So you'll know where they are. Stalker protocol, after breaking a target's shields, they leave behind a lingering holographic trail for a short time. Oh, is it 3 seconds? Is it 10 seconds? Is it 30 seconds? Maybe you can get upgrades to actually improve that. That'd be an interesting thing to look at. If the, that's a good question. I'm also going to write down like video ideas too. Now that we're getting close to the launch, you know, I might do some marathon videos. Content ideas, a thorough, what do I want to call it? Thorough faction upgrade options video, and basically some like build crafting, not quite build crafting, but like build crafting ideas / synergy. Do a little bit of thinking about how do these things connect. Suggestions for routes, upgrade routes based on playstyle. So if you enjoy XYZ, focus these upgrades or these upgrade paths with these specific factions. Might be an interesting video to make. Okay, neat. What else we got going on here? We're going to talk about Recon a little bit more. Here we go. Stalker protocol. This breaks if you break their shields, and this is anybody. This could be PvE. This could be runners. I guess we'll call it AI versus runners versus players, something like that. Then you got a tracker drone. Deploy a microbot that tracks down nearby hostiles and explodes, which will overheat targets caught in the blast. So this seems really good for a team. Like if Recon kind of goes and hides in a spot and sends out the robot and lets the team know, And if that overheat is the same as the stamina overheat, then it means that you're going to eliminate the enemy player's stamina, more or less, reduce their stamina, right? So if you find a hostile and you explode the robot, and then your teammates are there to collapse on them, that's like potentially an instant player down for the enemy team. Seems pretty good. Seems potentially pretty good. And you're also going to like just have a lot of knowledge and information. This seems like potentially my type of play for team-based stuff. Cool. Trait 1 is you know when enemy player has pinged you. Trait 2 is also, I guess, just doing a video of like breaking down the classes. I'm sure people have already done that, but that wouldn't be a bad idea. Going through the different classes. Classes? No, what do we call these? Shells. Cool. Trait 2 is breaking a shield. They leave a trail behind. How long does it last? And is it only you who can see it? If a teammate breaks a shield, can you see that trail? Good stuff to test out and find out. Tactical is the drone. I think the drone is flying. And it can explode, which overheats enemy. Same as stamina overheat, question mark. And then prime is activate your shell's advanced detection systems, releasing a series of sonar pulses that reveal the location of nearby hostiles. Copy that. Wall hacks? Sonar pulses that reveal enemies. Is this wall hacks? Is it like a memory pulse? Is it like a sonar where like you only see where the enemy is when the ping hits them and then they can move and you don't see that? You know what I'm saying? Is it constant or echo / sonar type? How long does it last? This would be good for a video as well. I'm sure people have made these videos already. But it might change, might change. We'll have to see once the game actually fully launches if they've changed stuff. Advanced detection system, series of sonar pulses reveal the location of nearby hostiles. Got it. And can you see them through the walls? Is it visual outlines? Like, do you know if it's... Do you know if it's players or AI? Questions about this stuff. Cool. We'll find out.
Who is my target? Ready. It's always calm before the storm.
So I think this was the character that I played in the alpha, this type. Just the maxing your stamina puts overheat on you. Yeah, we're going to find that out. That's good. That's a good, Good theory, though. Don't think overheat removes stamina, just that maxing out your stamina puts overheat, activates the damage over time on you. Good theory. Good possibility. So this is the Assassin. Shadow Agent, invisibility systems. Sounds a lot like Void Hunter. Assassins are lethal shadows. Active camo and synthetic smoke deployment allows for unseen strikes or the perfect cover during hostile engagements. The ability to move undetected makes assassins valued allies and lethal enemies. Hell yeah, dude. Trait 1, Shadow Dive. Yes! I can be a hunter! I should avoid hunter. Shadow Dive. Hold, activate while airborne to slam a smoke disc into the ground, deploying a smoke field. It's almost verbatim from Destiny. I love it. Okay, trait 1 equals Shadow Dive. Literally. Have to be airborne. Makes plume of smoke. But I can't remember if it actually makes you invisible or... Yeah, no, I think it just releases a smoke field, but then trait 2, being in the smoke field, makes you invisible. Yeah. So this genuinely makes smoke field. It's a back in the alpha, it was like a decent size, like small to moderate size, not huge, but not tiny, small to moderate, almost the size of like, I don't know, like a smaller Valorant smoke type of thing. And then trait 2, your shell automatically activates its camouflage systems when entering any smoke field. So it could be an enemy's smoke field, maybe AI smoke field. Trait 2 equals smoke field activates camo. Throwback to another Bungie game. With the camo from Halo. Hurler. Invisibility persists for a short time after leaving the smoke field. I think it was like 3 to 5 seconds. It's not that long. But it's good in the smoke, though. Tactical active camo activates your shell's camouflage system, pulling a shroud of invisibility over yourself. Performing offensive actions, taking damage, and using abilities or consumables will briefly disrupt your invisibility. So you can activate camo. Other actions take you out of camo temporarily. Whatever that means. So maybe this I think it lasts for like 10 to 15 seconds. So you can like re-enter it. Like you shoot and then you're visible for like about a second. This is what I recall from the alpha. Could have changed, of course. Shooting, taking damage, using ability or consumable. I'll just say item. Cool. And then the prime ability is smoke screen. Throw a smoke disc that emits a line of smoke fields in front of you. So it's basically like big smoke field. There's small smoke for Shadow Dive, and then there's big smoke for the smoke screen. My interpretation. That's what I remember from the other one. And it lasts like, I want to say it lasted for like about 30 seconds. So when we were like exfilling, which is when you leave, when you're successfully leaving the world, there's different, if you haven't played this game yet, you load in, various players load in to different areas around the map. And then you have to get to like exfil locations. Exfil is short for exfiltrate, which is the opposite of infiltrate, which is probably, if you're more familiar with that word, infiltrate. Infiltrate means to get into something. Exfiltrate means to get out of something. It's a real word. The game did not make it up. Exfiltrate is a real word. You can also exfiltrate information. So you can steal information, get information out of a server. Exfiltrating data from a server, for example. That's otherwise known as hacking, usually. You get in, you get out. So exfil, there's going to be like a handful of locations around the map that are exfil spots. And I want to say that like you'll be assigned, or you will have possibilities of like 1 to 3 exfil locations. But I think like everybody's exfil locations are different. So if this is what I remember from the alpha, and it could be wrong, it could be different now. They might have changed it. I think the exfil locations could maybe overlap, but there's multiple exfil locations on the map and not everybody's going to the same one. So as you're like going across the map to your exfil location, you might come across other players, but it's not like everybody's trying to go to the same spot. But when you activate the exfil, it's like about a minute countdown. And in that minute, there's going to be a lot of noise and like lights happening. So people are going to know that you're exfilling, so they can come and try and like kill you or whatever. I don't know if other people can exfil with you. That might be. So one of the things with like Arc Raiders is that like people can exfil together. You might not be on the same team, but you can all exfil together. So it's created this social experiment of like, are you going to be friendly or are you not going to be friendly to the people who are not on your team? So now I don't know how Marathon is going to treat the exfil, but that'll be an interesting thing to see what happens. So what I used to do, the whole reason I'm telling you all this, what I would do in the alpha is once we got to about the final 20 to 30 seconds of having activated the exfil, I would then throw down the smoke screen for the final 20 to 30 seconds so that we would have like cover from anybody who was watching us, so that we wouldn't like get killed, sniped in the last 5 seconds before we leave. So that was how I used it. But it does recharge. It's like a couple minutes, 3 to 4 or 5 minutes. I think it's like a 200-second countdown. So it does recharge, just like all the other abilities. But that's how I was using it in the alpha. But I was playing very like passively. I'm a PvE type of player. I'm not a PvP type of player. People can exfil together. Okay, cool. I think as a psych major, I think that whole aspect of like the social psychology, are people going to work together? The prisoner's dilemma. Are we going to work together or not? Are you going to betray me? Am I going to betray you? We win if we collaborate. We win if we both choose to not attack each other. But you can't necessarily trust that I'm not going to betray you. So you might just betray me in advance. But if you don't betray me, and if I don't betray you, then we both win. It's a very fascinating social experiment. I love it. And I love the like interactions and clips that I've seen from Arc Raiders over the months. I was really enjoying it like in October, November. I was like, it's on my feeds all the time. I loved it so much. Just the like the friendly, or like people who try to not be friendly, or like there's this one guy who was doing like a game show trivia thing. He would like down a player, and then it was in like solos. He would down a player and then do a trivia game with him as a trivia host, with like no like sound effects and stuff. It was very funny. And if the guy, it was all about like Arc Raiders trivia and lore in the game and whatever, and weapons and what you're doing and the enemies and all that stuff. And if they got it all right, they would get revived and get like a special powerful weapon or powerful item that he had on him. It's just fascinating, like what you can do with prox chat, and you know, like not a non-hostile PvP environment. It doesn't have to be hostile. It can be hostile, but it doesn't have to be. Very interesting stuff. So I'm excited to see like what the Marathon community does based on, you know, what tools they've got available to them. I would love to, what I would like to do maybe, and we'll see if this happens or not. What I would like to maybe do is like, maybe do a little of like RP, a little bit of role play, being like a lore tour guide for players that I come across. Because I feel like the lore is like this big mystery. Like we don't know what's going on in the game. We don't know what's happened. We don't know whatever. And you're supposed to like unravel this stuff. And so I think it would be fun potentially to be like a tour guide for players in the game. Be like, and like have, you know, a personality. It's like role play it and lean into like that kind of stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I think that'd be fun. Prisoner's Dilemma. It's social psychology is fascinating to me. the individual psych stuff and then like the social psych stuff. Super fascinating. Cool. That's smokescreen. I think it lasts about 30 seconds. Or it used to. Cool. That's Assassin. Probably the type that I will be likely to play. Or maybe a mix between Recon and Assassin.
I'll fix what I can.
So this triage, I've seen a lot of chatter about this shell. Field medic, damage mitigation, triage saves lives. Deployable healing drones and onboard reboot abilities allow triage runners and their crews to keep running after taking damage. Mend health and shields and even robot crewmates at a distance. Reboot crewmates at a distance to survive and fight again. Triage. Trait 1. Shareware.exe. Benefits from medical consumables are shared between crew members with med drone attached to them. Benefits. So med drone. Okay, med drone is this tactical ability. Deploy a floating medical drone that attaches to crew members and restores health or recharges shields and prevents them from bleeding out while downed. Okay, I want to say that this is there's someone similar to this in not Valorant, Apex Legends. Is there an ability that's similar to this? Haven't played too much Apex. Did play a little bit through the years, but you know, probably less than 20 hours, less than 20 hours. Let's see. Trait 1, trait 2, tactical. Med drone. Deploy floating medical drone. Attaches to teammates. Restores health or shields. Can prevent from bleeding out when downed. Neat. Trait 1. Shareware. Benefits from medical consumables are shared between crew members with med drone attached to them. So med drone is attached to you and me. It is healing us, and I use an item and it heals both of us. Is it fully shared? While attached to med drone, healing items are shared. Is it 100% effectiveness shared? What other questions do I wonder? So I guess that's probably the main thing. Can it happen while med drone is doing his thing, her thing, its thing? Trait 2, battery overcharge. Divert energy from your cooling systems to boost the performance of your weapons. At the cost of generating additional heat. Okay. While active, breaking a target's shield with a Volt weapon EMPs them. So again, we're talking about those different ammo types. If you use a Volt type specifically, it will EMP them. And I'm not super familiar what EMP is quite yet. Questions. What is... Oop, might have some stuff. Hold on, we might have a development. Give me 1 second. Okay, great news. Great news. Big developments happening. We are doing great here. Not only healing items, but also things like removing statuses. Oh, snap. Fangle with the info. Thank you, bro. So that was trait 1. Okay, cool. So that was, what was the language they used there? Medical consumables. Status removal items. So that would be smart. So if you were, so there's like dungeon / raids type of whatever you want to call that. It is only 3-player. In Destiny, 3-player is usually dungeon, 6-player is raid. But in this game, of course, there's only 3, unless you were to like team up with another outside team somehow. Which would be a very interesting community type of thing. Like if we made it like there was like a big community organization that like on this Saturday, we're all going to load in to do the big challenging level, and we're all going to be friendly. So, you know, and like made it, if it's going to be random server, you know, you don't know, so you can't necessarily for sure team up with people. But if you organize it in the community and you like made it a big thing and like you had your teams and you all went in like you throughout the day, whatever, that would be so cool. And then if you teamed up with people who were all specifically kind of on that same, you know, same page as you, you could all work together potentially to like take out the AI and whatever. I think that would be super fascinating. Like I'm really excited for that type of like organization, community stuff. Okay, anyways, great news, ladies and gentlemen. We have good news happening about the stuff that I was trying to take care of in the background. So things are good. And so now that we have had development on this thing, I want to let you guys know that we may do 2 separate streams tonight. We may split it up into 2 different streams. Reason being, if we do, we have to hit a certain amount of time on both streams. But if we do a second stream, if we get it completed in time, that's the big if. If we get it completed in time, then I should be able to have a couple copies of the game to give away to you guys on launch day or around launch time. I don't know if it's going to be launch day specifically or not. So, I hope that's an understandable, acceptable reason for splitting up tonight's stream into 2 parts. And I know that we already kind of had it as a faulty start at the very beginning of stream. I hear you. You're right. I wasn't going to I didn't know for sure if that was going to happen or not, if we are going to be able to do that, but looks like we should be able to. Now, give me a couple more minutes to read through the updates here. And the information that's going on, and then we'll get back to going through these shells, and we'll jump into some games. Give me 1 second. All right. So there's a couple there's a couple finer details that I just discovered just now. Not sure if we're going to have the extra codes to be able to give away, but we're going to just try for it anyways, and we'll see what happens. We're going to try for it anyways. We'll go for it. If we don't get it, we tried. But good news is, things should work out. Things should work out. We'll see how it goes. Okay. We're gonna finish up this shells part, looking at the shells, find out the shells, and then once we finish that, then we're gonna reset stream, and then once we get back into the stream, we may take like a 10 to 15 minute break because we need for it to make sure that the stream has ended. And then, it's not like sometimes when you like lose internet service for a little bit, within a couple minutes, within like 5 minutes or something, Twitch will just reconnect. So, and it will say that that's part of the same broadcast. So we need for it to be like a separate stream. So we may do a little like 15-minute break. And I'll do like quick snack bio. And then once we restart, then we'll just stay going until we stop for the night, which will be a couple hours. We're going to lean into it. Well, no, actually, there might have to be a certain time we have to stop by. So I'll look into that as well. But we'll do some games. We'll like try out the different shells, all that good stuff. So I just want to give you guys a heads up of like that's what we're going to do coming up. So we're going to go for another like 10 to 15 more minutes. Learn about the shells, and then we're going to reset the stream, take about a 15-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll jump into stuff, and we'll go for another couple hours. We may have a cutoff time that we have to hit as well. Just FYI. Thanks for working with me on this stuff. It's going to be good. It's all going to work out. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'll probably stream some more Marathon throughout the weekend, and some other fun stuff too. So, but I do want to try and reach level 10 during the alpha. So we'll do that. Okay, cool. Checking my Tinder. I am still getting a lot of Tinder notifications. I don't think I've opened the app this entire month of February. I don't think I've messaged anybody in the app this year in the last 2 months. And the last time that I actually talked with someone, I was gonna say interacted, and I was like, that's a little too vague of a word. The last time I talked with somebody on there would have been like 4 months ago. So yes, I'm still getting notifications. No, I'm very much single, but not actively searching right now. I gotta get through this move. We gotta get our content up and going again. Feeling really good though. Ask them over to meet my puppies. I do have some of the pups in the photos because they gotta know. I'm a single dad of two little fur babies. They gotta know. But it's also effective too. Okay, so triage. Battery overcharge. Divert energy from your cooling systems to boost the performance of your weapons at the cost of generating additional heat. I'm trying to understand this. It's like a redirection of stuff. Divert your energy from your cooling systems. So running, jumping, sliding, maybe firing. Does firing generate heat? We're going to find out. Write it down for a test. Does firing weapon generate heat? Does sliding? What else do I want to test? Is it less heat if crouched while walking? Does walking? I think walking does. So walking versus sprinting. Redirect heat. Redirect cooling systems to boost the performance of your weapons at the cost of generating additional heat. So it seems like firing your weapons does generate heat. While active, breaking a target shield with a volt weapon. So you're putting more electrical current into your weapons instead of your other stuff. So this is trait 2. No ma'am. Sprinting and movement abilities, word. We'll find out. Because if you're using your weapons and that generates additional heat, maybe you generate heat through your weapons when battery charge is activated. Because you're probably, I would assume you are doing I bet it's reduced recoil at minimum. It might also be increased damage. Battery overcharge. Redirects cooling systems to weapons. Quote, boosts performance of weapons. What does this mean? Recoil? Damage? Distance? What else? Dexterity? Swapping weapons? Does firing weapons now generate heat? How long does this last for? Is it different for different weapon types? / rarities. And also, while using Volt weapon, if break enemy shield, EMPs them. What does EMP mean? Questions. What is EMP? Already written down. Good job, TJ. Good job, past TJ. What do we got here? Everything else good. Medical drone. Attaches to crew members, restores health and shield, prevents them from bleeding out. Reboot plus prime ability. Ready your shell's emergency defib system. So you get it ready, you lock on to a downed crew member or hostile targets and fire your reboot plus device at them, which revives crew members and EMPs hostiles. Fascinating. While active, press it again to cancel it. Okay. A lot of complexitivity? Complexiveness? Complex? What's the noun version? Complicatedness? No. Complexity. There we go. Lots of complexity. We got there. Lots of complexity with this unit, this shell. This is reboot plus as the prime. First you ready it, then you aim it, then you fire it. Reboots, revives teammates, specifically teammates, right? Revives downed crew members. So I want to get this specific. It's they're downed. So it'd be a revive. Need to find out if it's like downed to me means alive but not dead, right? So I need to like learn what is their language distinction. Is it dead teammates brought back or downed teammates revived up? However you want to phrase that. Revives teammates or EMPs enemies. And can activate again to cancel. Can you activate again? Like, let's say you're rebooting somebody, hostile comes up on you, you cancel it in order to like take down the enemy. Can you then go back to reviving? Like, how does that work? We'll find out. We'll test it all out. All right, cool. There is a lock-on aspect. There's blue words called lock-on. We'll find out. Good enough. So this is Thief. We don't know Thief's abilities yet. Just let me read about it. And then Rook, which is that really unique one that we talked about earlier. Thief is covert acquisitions, advanced heist mechanics. A thief always has their eyes on the prize. Use enhanced visors and piloted drones to remotely locate and acquire valuable loot. Steal from a zone or rival runners, then make an escape or push the advantage with the thief's deployable grapple device. Seems like grapple, drone, enhanced visors, you can steal loot. Can you steal it via the robot? Interesting. Okay, so that's Thief. We'll have to learn more on launch. And then Rook. Solo only. Limited loadout. No contract progress. Restricted zone access. What does that mean? Requires season level 3. I'm looking at the very bottom of each of these. Excerpt UESC threat eval runner.thief.file ID 70064C P223. Each one of these has a different. This one is very similar. 70064C P223 P223. This one's P392 471 324. So these two have like the same ID number type of thing. Thief, assassin. Okay, we need to start and stop the stream. Rook instruction manual P103. Page 103. These all are files. And this one is a manual. Instruction.manual. This one is .file ID. I just love the little small little things like that. It's fun. Cool. So that's all the shells. Select our loadout. So this is where we can choose what goes with us when we load in, unless you're doing Rook, of course, because then you're just going to be doing Rook. The Rook loadout, which is separate than all this stuff. Your loadout displays your stats, your currently equipped gear, and all the items in your inventory. So we've got, here's your inventory, here's what's currently equipped, and then you can look at your vault, long-term storage for your items. Now you're just looking at, so you don't have your stats. Your stats are on the other page, on the loadout page. You're on the vault. Visit the armory to spend credits on items. So you do spend credits. You can spend credits on upgrades, and you can spend credits in the shop. The shop is known as the armory. Okay, we'll go over to the armory real quick. Different factions offer specialized items. Unlock higher quality items through faction upgrades. Purchase ammo and healing items. Cool. That's basically... Okay, we got one more thing. Details button provides detailed information about this screen. Faction wares. Establishing a link with an available faction grants you access to items in their section of the armory in exchange for credits and salvage. Establishing a link. So I think that's just how you... I don't know. So does that mean like that's the active link, or is like just opening, like you have some like activating it once and now it's active forever type of thing? You've started the relationship. You've established the relationship. Grants you access to the items in their section of the armory in exchange for credits and salvage. The armory is your primary way of acquiring items outside of a run. Each faction has its own section with unique offerings. So I think it's just, yeah, establishing a link means just like you establish the relationship, you activate the relationship. And they each have upgrades that expand what items they have available. Sponsored kits are packages that grant gear when you deploy on a run. They can't be brought into the run with any other items. If your supply of gear and credits falls low enough, you can grab a free kit from the armory. Sponsored kits, I think those are through factions as well. Faction sponsored kits come in both standard and enhanced rarity. Standard kits are always free with no stock limit. That's nice. Available sponsored kits are refreshed daily. Standard and enhanced. So you have a limited number of enhanced per day, refreshes every day. And you'll have unlimited standard and... Well, I don't know if you'll have both. Yeah, they can come in both. I don't know if both will be available. Maybe you have to unlock the enhanced rarity one. Who knows if they'll both be available once you've unlocked the enhanced one. But yeah, the kits are nice. The kits are nice. Here's like a free kit. Traxxas sponsored kit. An emergency package from Traxxas. Upon infill, unpacks into basic gear. Completing a run with this kit will provide Traxxas reputation. And the gear, so can I inspect this gear? Purchase the backpack. Purchase the vault. Inspect. Overview. You're not going to tell me what's in there? I see that there is gear in there. I just can't. More actions. There we go. Inspect. It doesn't tell me what's in the gear. Maybe I'll give them his feedback for that. Packages, kits, sponsored kits in shop. Can't find out what specific gear is in there. When inspect, no way to see individual items. Okay. If we have more money, we could get an encrypted sponsored kit from an unknown source. Random set of gear. Cost 4,000. Arachne reputation. I think this game is going to be a lot of fun. You know what I wish? I wish I could flip between... Oh, you can. I was like, I wish I could flip between these guys. I was doing A and D. You can do it with Q and E. Neat. All right, so let's go ahead and... oh, here's our customize. Weapon cosmetics. Cosmetics are never lost. You'll lose your weapons if you're eliminated during a run, but you'll never lose access to cosmetics you apply to those weapons. All copies of a weapon get customized. So if you have a little cool sticker on it, every copy of that weapon that you ever get will be it. We'll have that. Weapon customizations are applied across all copies of that weapon in your inventory, as well to any future copies you acquire, both in the lobby or on a run. So if you want to, you can customize. Fun stuff. Cool. I'm not super into customization, but maybe this game will change my mind. So if I click on it, we can customize it. Filter owned. Okay, but show me unowned, no? We can also do charms. I think if you play this free weekend, I think you'll get a charm. I could be wrong on that. I don't know where the stickers go. The charm goes right here, I'm pretty sure. Cool. So we're seeing the weapon archetypes right here. Assault rifle, machine gun, precision rifle, which is going to be more like a BR, I believe. Assault rifle is going to be, what do they call it? Just like rapid fire. What is it called? Fully automatic. Machine gun will be fully automatic. I think machine guns use heavy ammo. I want to say this one is a Volt type. Looks like batteries right there, so I'm pretty sure this is Volt type. Could be wrong. Precision rifle is going to be like a BR. I think it's single shot, which would make it actually the D. Is it DR? Forget what that initial stood for. Pistol is going to be handheld. I think there's both semi-automatic and fully automatics. Railguns are almost certainly Volt-based. Shotguns, one of them is Volt-based, I believe. Sniper, I think one of them is Volt-based. Can't remember. And then submachine gun. I think this is the volt-based one. Just going off the stuff I remember from Alpha. Cool. But this is all mainly customizations. And you can like decorate your knife. There's no knife. You have no knife. And then you can decorate your shells. Cool. Thief, that's the one we couldn't look at, right? Still can't look at it. Okay, this is, I'm going past what they intend for this. You can change your background, you can change your emblem, you can change your title, and maybe something else right here. Cool. This reminds me of Apex Legends, but I just didn't really care much about that, but I care about this. I don't know, this is very enticing. Something about this is very enticing to me. Neat. Let's restart stream, and then we'll play some. Yeah? Yeah. I gotta keep an eye on this details page, because it'll chop up, but I just won't catch it. Details, factions, unique opportunities, upgrades, wares as you increase your reputation with them. Reputation can be gained from completing contracts, engaging in faction-aligned actions during a run, faction interfaces, agents. Learn more about a faction, including how to increase your reputation and earn rewards. Contracts. Choose and complete contracts by speaking to the faction representative. Upgrades. Okay, so there's agents and a representative. I think the representative and the agent are the same thing. Upgrades. Expand their armory selection and unlock unique shell upgrades. What's up, Eric? Yes, so I never played the first version of this, but I played the alpha last year. Just about a year ago. I think it was like March, April last year. It feels like a very obviously, it feels like a very upgraded version of the alpha, and it feels really good to me, personally. We're going to jump in and play some in just a second. I'm going to restart the stream. We're going to take like a 15-minute break. I've got to end the stream for reasons. I'll tell you when we get back. But it's basically so we can potentially have copies of the game to give away to people when the game launches. So we're going to take in just a few minutes, we're going to take a 15-minute break. We're going to end the stream, let the stream fully reset. That's why we're doing the 15-minute. So the Twitch doesn't think that it's just a continuation of the previous stream. And then we're gonna play some games and play for another couple hours, do some runs. But it's good. I'm leaning into the PvE side. I'm approaching this as like a PvE lore, upgrades, upgrading the factions. That's my interest. The PvP will just be a part of it that we'll do and we'll deal with, and we'll get potentially good at it. But my primary focus is going to be the lore, the like end game dungeons and raids type of stuff, building up into that, and upgrading with the factions. That's something that's really interesting to me. Unlocking the upgrades, getting better, getting stronger, having more stamina, more shields, stronger weapons, learning more about what happened, getting all the lore. There's the codex, which has all the lore. That's where my mind's focusing at. So what's up, Cuckoo? Cool. And then we can unlock factions, complete liaison contracts from Cyber Acme to unlock the remaining factions. Got it. Got it. Okay. Those factions. We got a loadout. Just checking these little things. Displays the items you have equipped or in your inventory. Items in your inventory come with you on a run. Can be lost if you're eliminated. From the loadout, you can equip, sell, move gear to and from your vault. If you hope to survive, equip items before a run. Make sure you're well equipped. Go into a run with weapon, ammo, and medical consumables, medical items. If your vault falls low enough, you can always grab a free sponsored kit or purchase items from the armory interface. Your vault is long-term storage throughout a season. Items in your vault are not lost if you're eliminated on a run. Some items like salvage will automatically move to your vault after a run. Salvage. Salvage, I think, is materials that you use to... I think you give materials to the factions. I think you use materials to craft upgrades. So like you want, if you have a faction and they're willing to give you an upgrade of like a new shield, an additional shield slot, more shield, you might need to get them 3 of this material, 4 of this material, and enough credits. So you have to go out into the world, get enough credits, and get enough of those materials. And those materials are only available on some maps. So you can't only go to one map all the time. You might have to go to the other maps. I think there's going to launch with 4 maps. And I think it's like plants or, stuff like that. So you have to go and search items, search areas for these materials. You get these materials, you acquire enough, you get out safely enough, you exfil successfully, and then you can buy that upgrade, whatever it is. And now it's permanently unlocked and it gives you whatever. So that's what when they say salvage right there, I think that's what they're talking about. Those are resources, those are materials, crafting items. Pretty sure, 99% sure. Neat. Looking for detail, little pop-ups. Customize interface. Customize multiple categories. Select each category to navigate to the specific item you'd like to customize. Whenever you receive a new cosmetic, notification badge will appear to help you find the category it belongs to. Neat. Runner shells. Digitize consciousnesses. Backed up for redeployment. So you're a consciousness and then you're uploaded into a shell to do a mission. If you die, they pull your consciousness out right before you die. But you have to make it to the exfil site to get out with the physical items that you've acquired or taken into the thing. And then they put you into your consciousness into another shell. A shell is the biosynthetic cyborg body housing a runner's mind. Each shell is equipped with a prime ability, tactical ability, and 2 traits. Primes are your ultimates, long cooldown. Tactical abilities are like your main ability. And then traits are kind of like passives for the most part. Passives are like double jump. Like you wouldn't call double jump like an ability, an active ability. It's like just something that's there that will help you. But traits, that's what traits are. And then tacticals are like your active ability. And I think they have a cooldown as well. Yeah. Traits generally have almost no cooldown. Stats. Each shell has different baseline stats. I actually kind of forgot about that. Mobility versus healing versus resistances. So keep that in mind. Shells varieties allow runners to specialize in different combat roles, stealth, defense, support, recon, and more. Consider your combat role when forming your crew. Neat. Just looking down here for any green pop-ups. Okay, cool. Oh, the codex. Okay, let's go ahead and restart the stream. And then I don't want to click on that codex. I'm going to love it too much. I'm going to like it too much. It's going to be too fun. All right, quick stream restart. 15 minutes and 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll see you guys here again in just then. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay. I updated the outro screen. Take a look. Here it is. Okay. Bye. Isn't that great? The font is actually, text is where it should be. Neat. Okay. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.